We compiled a list of the top 10 coolest electric SUVs on the road today. So let's get straight to it. We will start with the most obvious Tesla's Model X. Starting off the list with our oldest entrant, the Tesla Model X remains relevant with a recent refresh, bringing the SUV in line with the company's newest tech and performance. With 5 to 7 passengers seating options, the Model X can serve all your family's duties and outpace most supercars. With a range of up to 333 miles and up to 1,020 horsepower, this rig can reach 60 miles per hour in as little as 2.5 seconds. To put that into perspective, currently there are less than 20 production cars, including hypercars, that can achieve a sub 3 seconds 0 to 60 time. In addition to blistering acceleration and good range, the Model X also allows you to use the Tesla Supercharger network, which eases range anxiety fears across the country. You can even play video games and watch movies on the 17-inch center screen, with a starting price of around $100,000. Next up is an example that an old dog can learn new tricks. In the 90s and 2000s, this vehicle was synonymous with gas guzzling and environmental hating. Today, 2024 GMC Hummer has turned over a new green leaf. The new Hummer EV is a modern American behemoth with modern technology and electric propulsion. Packing a massive 212 kilowatt-hour battery, the Hummer is rated for 315 miles of gas-free, no-emissions driving. It cannot be called a Hummer without being capable, and it is a Hummer. It comes with a large powered frunk, GM's awesome Super Cruise diver tech, ability to crab walk and pop off roof panels like a Jeep Wrangler. It also features a 49-degree approach and departure angles for tricky off-road situations. The 2024 Hummer has yet to hit the roads, and when it does, it will only be offered in top trim levels initially. Then, as production starts to ramp up, lower levels will be available. So, expect initial offerings to hit showrooms at around $110,000. And then, as production ramps up, they might be had for approximately $85,000. Following the Hummer is another GM nameplate, the Chevrolet Suburban EV. The largest electric SUV on this list, the new Suburban, will be based on the new Silverado EV. This beast will have a spacious interior with robust family hauling capabilities. Although there are no official reports on the SUV's specifications, we can expect the Suburban to share its powertrain options with a Silverado EV. Towing and load capacity should be strong, though it will eat considerably at its range. Pricing for the base Suburban EV should start around $70,000. Next up is an exciting reintroduction into the marketplace, the Fisker Ocean. Fisker, the car company that made a striking plug-in hybrid sedan about a decade ago, is back. This time, they are taking the lessons learned and applying them to an all-electric SUV called the Ocean. With up to 350 miles of range, with their hyper-range battery and seating for 5, this new Fisker is aimed squarely at the Tesla and Audi. Evoking outdoor sentiments, the Ocean seeks to serve as the adventurer's compact premium EV. Think of a Rivian, just squished down and rounded a bit. While the Ocean can shoot off the line to 60 miles per hour in just 3 seconds, the most enticing model might be its base. It might be the most compelling EV, with a claimed starting price of just under $38,000. The initial Ocean 1 models are pre-sold, and deliveries are rolling in. Additional trim levels are expected to become available later this year. Another surprising offering we're excited to highlight is the Kia EV9. Kia has been on a roll recently with its new design language and tech-focused interiors. This new 3-row electric SUV looks to leverage this successful formula. With a boxy off-road looking exterior, the EV9 is changing how we look at family haulers. With seating up to 7 and an expected range of around 300 miles, the Kia will be one of the first mainstream 3-row electric SUVs on the market. Like all electric vehicles, Kia created a cavernous interior due to the lack of an engine and with the battery stored under a completely flat floor. Like other Hyundai Kia EVs, the EV9 has DC fast charging capability, allowing the car to charge from 10 to 80% in just 24 minutes. We expect the EV9 to be offered around $55,000 initially if the dealers don't market it up. With the successful launch of this next company's truck, this brand is focused on taking the SUV market by storm. Who is it? Well, it's Rivian with their R1S. Currently, Rivian is the only other car manufacturer that can capture the allure of a brand like Tesla. With chunk designs and capable vehicles, Rivian strives to be the outdoor man's electric car. The brand's first vehicles, the R1T truck and R1S SUV, are based on the same platform and share many great attributes. About 2 inches shorter than a Chevy Tahoe, the R1S seats up to 7 in silent comfort. It also features up to 7,700 pounds of towing capacity and an estimated range of 260 to 390 miles. The interior of the Rivian, however, is just as creative as its exterior, too. Excellent materials and a large screen dominate the cockpit, while the full-glass roof gives passengers the feeling of riding in a convertible. Prices for the Rivian start around $80,000 and top out around $110,000. But all things considered, to have an SUV that can outpace a supercar, climb rocks like a Wrangler, and haul the family like a Tahoe without consuming a drop of gas seems to be a deal. Moving into the luxury market, there are a few exciting offerings. First up is the Mercedes EQS SUV. The first electric SUV from Mercedes-Benz is a large and luxurious one. With seating up to 7, the EQS SUV aims to be the best electric S-Class SUV. Mercedes EQ models have a fantastic interior. Available with the new Hyperscreen, Mercedes is prioritizing technology and the wow factor in its new models. The EQS SUV can travel up to 300 miles. 4MATIC models come with dual motors for all-wheel drive and quicker acceleration, though range does suffer. We're excited to see what AMG can do with this new offering. The next luxury electric SUV we want to highlight is the BMW iX. The iX is BMW's answer to the Mercedes EQS SUV. With seating for up to 5, the iX is smaller than the Mercedes, but its design and familiarity will surely win buyers. The iX clearly attracts a different buyer than the EQS. Its artfully crafted interior with incredible technology, advanced driver assistance, and German craftsmanship is top-notch, and the available blue interior cloth is stunning. Equipped only with dual motors, the iX xDrive 50 can travel 307. This SUV can launch itself to 60 miles per hour in as little as 3.6 seconds in its most powerful M60 configuration. BMW calls it the ultimate electric driving machine. Let's hope it handles well. With prices starting around $85,000 for the 50 and $110,000 for the M60, this might be the best Tesla rivaling SUV yet. While we already featured one Mercedes-Benz on this list, we are super excited about the upcoming EQG. Yeah, it's an electric G-Wagon. The G-Wagon might be one of the best transitions from gas to electric we've seen yet. With an expected range of around 250 miles, the G will serve as the ultimate mall-crawling SUV. You will not have to fill your G63's tank with $250 worth of gas every week, averaging 9 mpg in city traffic. The EQG will take the best parts of the current G-Wagon and turn it into a more environmentally friendly vehicle. Blistering acceleration and incredible off-road capabilities will remain for sure, and expect to see more fantastic off-road stunts with the 4 individual motors. Unfortunately, pricing for this will not come cheap, and it will likely start around $200,000. Rounding out this list is an honorable mention, the Ford Mustang Mach-E. It is less SUV and more crossover. When Ford announced they were using the Mustang nameplate on an electric SUV, many faithful blue oval diehards found reason to protest. Now that the vehicle has been in production for a few years, and the automotive industry continues to push toward electrification, the Mach-E has become a pioneer for the Ford brand. Building off the Mustang heritage, the Mach-E aims to be the sporty electric SUV that isn't a Tesla. Configured in the GT trim, the 480 horsepower Mustang can rocket to 60 miles per hour in 3.5 seconds while returning up to 270 miles of range. Choose a more efficient trim, and the range increases to 315 miles. The interior of the Mach-E is also worth highlighting, since it is one of Ford's best in a long time. A vertical 15.5-inch display controls most of the car's functions, while the cockpit retains a traditional digital driver's display for vehicle information like speed and range. Prices start at a reasonable $43,000 and rise to $65,000 for a fully loaded GT model.